Now that we got the semester rolling, I'm going to explain the gradebook procedures. This is a good time to kind of focus in on exactly, listen to what I'm saying, look at what's going on here, pay attention, because you don't want to ask a question, a dumb question, let's say, that I've already covered and explained specifically here in this video. First off, the chapter quizzes, and if you haven't noticed this already, they are already scored once you complete them. So you'll actually have a raw score provided to you, and that's going to be included in the gradebook. So once again, this is built in inside the textbook where you can find your quizzes immediately after completing them. But if you want to know how you did, what you did wrong, you're of course going to have to wait until all students have taken that quiz, or when that chapter quiz closes. So typically this is going to be the Monday after a chapter quiz closes. To find out your scores and correct answers, go ahead and click on Details for each of the individual quizzes. Now sometime during the week following the chapter quiz, what I'll do is I'll just take that score and then I'll transfer or just essentially copy and paste that quiz score into the on-course gradebook. Why am I doing that? Because I want all of the scores, all of the points, all of the assessments for this course to be in one nice tidy spot that will be more useful for you, but also more useful for me. And so that when I do this, do double check that I do transfer the scores properly. Now I never make mistakes, but occasionally I do. And so when you see the chapter's quiz score in the textbook, make sure it's the same exact quiz score that you find there in the on-course gradebook. For the discussion forums and the assignments, all grading and feedback will always be found in the on-course gradebook. So don't be going looking for the discussion forum grades or assignment grades inside the textbook. They're only going to be found in on-course. Further, the discussion forums, in particular assignment 1 and 2, expect the grading and feedback within 1 week after the due date or after that particular chapter closes that a discussion forum or an assignment might be found in. Now with the country profile assignments, because they're so long, because they require about 30 minutes each worth of grading, they take a long time, and so expect those anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks after the due date closes for them. Now let's talk about the free point activities, which can also be found in the on-course gradebook. And if you go ahead and scroll down all the way to the bottom of the gradebook, that's where you'll see it. So what will happen is the free point activities is I'll upload them or update and include in the feedback whether or not you earn the free points for an activity that was in the week prior. So for example, let's say we are now at a point in the semester where we have 4 free point activities that have been offered. You'll see then in the gradebook whether or not you've completed all 4. So you'll see this once again in the on-course feedback. So as the semester goes, you'll see in the feedback whether or not you've completed and have earned the free point for each of the free point activities.